Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time tuning in, welcome to All Things Delicious. Today on Brave Belly, I'm going to be eating and reviewing this Polish individual ration. This is the Partisan ration. That's what I call it because it's made for the commercial market, but it's made by a manufacturer that does food for the Polish military. It's a brand called ARPOL. Super excited about this one because I just had their breakfast. This is going to be video number 2, which is their lunch. Okay, so that's what it's looking like. So apparently there's lasagna here. So I'm looking forward to that. Never had lasagna from Poland in a military style ration. So very intrigued and ready to see what's in it. We also have English writing here, so that makes things convenient. We have some tea cookies, some kind of biscuits, some drinking chocolate. So, whatever. We're gonna open this up and give it all a taste. Without further ado, let's get the show on the road. All right, so this is what it is. All right, military style package, heavy duty, hard plastic. You can't just peel it open, not that I think. And yeah, I can't get it open, so I'm just gonna use my Radom bayonet. So I'm looking forward to this because I just had the breakfast and it was outstanding. One of the better breakfasts I had in a military style ration. And so yeah, but just gotta say one thing. It says obiad dinner. So that's translated wrong because we consider obiad is like lunch, not dinner. And I know because I also have their dinner, which is kolacja, and it says supper. So I don't know if that's like a British translation or what, but nonetheless, obiad is lunch. Because, I mean, obiad is like you would have, let's say you go to work in the morning, and then let's say it's lunchtime at 12. In Poland, they would say, idziemy na obiad, we're going for lunch, not dinner. Okay, so just a small little thing, but anyway. All right, so we have some kind of herbatniki z cukrem. So these are tea biscuits, okay? So these aren't really that popular in America because it's not a tea drinking nation, but I'm still looking forward to it. My grandma used to have those in her house. So when I was a little boy, I used to eat these in Poland when I'd go to visit her. Then we have the famous Polish Panzer crackers, or Panzer waffles, I think they call them. The suchary specjalne. These are awesome. All right, these are meant to more like snack on by their own, like just keep them in your pocket and snack on them. Then we have czekolada do picia. So this is hot chocolate. Or it just says drinking chocolate. So maybe they drink it cold. Guys, let me know in the comments if you're a Polish soldier, if you're familiar with this, if you guys drink this in cold water or hot. Then we have an accessory packet. That's what it's looking like. All right, had one of these before, so nice that it comes in a zip block. You could reuse this. You could also use this for other accessories to keep them waterproof. We have a small salt, a small pepper. We have what looks like, instant coffee, kawa rozpuszczalna. So we're gonna brew some of this instant coffee and we're gonna make the tea. Comes in a nice little plastic package so it stays fresh. Smart. All right, so let's do this coffee. All right, nothing to say about the coffee other than it's instant and it's very fine powder. That's about it. All right, so get some of that coffee going. And let's get some of this tea. I'm gonna try to expedite as quick as I can. And this is the herbatka. All right, we'll let that steep. Gonna set it off to the side. Let's see what else we have in here. We have 2 sugars. And we have a wet nap. Okay. Also have the xylitol chiclet gum for after dinner. And a little fruit, it says fruit juice. Roxy's fruit juice. Okay, it's a little candy. And we have a little baggie for garbage. All right, so let's start filling this little dainty baggie up. So far, we have this. All right, this we could always reuse, so we'll set that aside. All right, and let's see about this lunch. What is this? This is Napoli. Oh, isotonic drink. Powdered isotonic drink, pomarańczowym. That means orange flavor. So nice. Let's go. Looks very industrial packaging. It's whatever though. You see the little crystals of sugar in there? And some fine powder. All right, nothing much to say about that. I probably should have just poured it in here. It is what it is. Not too much water. I want to get full flavor. All right. What else do we have? We have, okay, this looks like their main meal. Take a look. That's how it comes in a little cardboard. And what does it say? Just, this is their brand. I like the graphics, all right? Puts me in the mood. Very military-esque, okay? We have like some soldiers, all right, with the Polish flag. And then we guys got assaulting them. We're ready to storm them. And it says just lasagna on this, all right? So super stoked about having Polish lasagna. I wonder how they did it. We're about to find out. We have the heating element right here. Looks very like commercial off the store shelf. Really nice. All right. We have utensils. Oh no, we just have a spoon as far as utensils. So just a spoon and it's plastic. I will open that up in a second. And then we have a baggie of water. Look at that. This is water not for drinking. Look, it says not for drinking. It goes directly into this. So nice and convenient. So yeah, that's everything. All right. So let's get to, first I'm going to stir up this little isotonic orange beverage. Make sure it's nice and dissolved. The smell is nice. It smells like a tang. All right, that's the color. And let's see about this napkin. I think it's the big one. The way it should be. A real man-sized napkin. Take a look. All right, nice high quality napkin. Real nice. All right, so let's start heating this up. All right, let's see. We have English writing. So tear at A. Where's A? A is right here. So tear at A. Okay, boom. Then insert an open meal tray into the heater bag. Insert an open meal tray into the heater bag. There we go. Pour water into the heater bag and fold the heater bag over. Then gently shake the folded bag. Place on a safe surface. And that's it, 10 to 12 minutes. All right, so I guess I'm gonna put it sideways. And that's cool that we don't have to measure anything. It's just straight up. So we'll have hot food even if we didn't have water because it came with it. All right, just pour it in. All right, and then it says what, fold it over. So we'll give it 2 folds. Squeeze the air out. Give it 2 folds, and it does come with, looks like a sticker to tape it down. So we will tape it down. All right, and that's what it's looking like. Shake it up like it says. All right, and now we wait. Yes, I was probably supposed to put that in there, but oh, whoa, was not expecting that. Oh yeah, this is serious. Holy moly. All right, let's start snacking on some of this food while we wait. All right, so this is the tea cookies. So let's start off with something light. Let's do the tea cookies, the tea biscuits, sorry. That's what it's looking like. What else does it say on it? Tea cookies with sugar. Sorry. Wheat, flour, sugar, palm oil, blah, 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 blah. Take a look. Oh, nice and fancy. Nothing what I thought, okay? This is nothing what I expected. These are actual, in America, we call these straight up cookies. These would be like cookies, all right? Not much of a smell, a little on the dusty side, but take a look at that. Really fancy, all right? Especially for military style food. I'm gonna just take it out the sleeve. We got a nice lined sleeve with the little metalish kind of lining, you know, so the oil doesn't seep through. Let's go in for that bite. I'm salivating, I'm hungry. This is my first meal of the day. Let's go. Very nice. They're straight up cookies. They're like, in America, we'd call these sugar cookies, okay? There's a little bit of sugar in them, but they're not over the top. They're not like super sweet. They're not super rich. They're very mild in flavor. Very European style, or Polish style for that matter. You know, modest on the flavor. All right. And since they call these tea cookies, apparently we're supposed to have it with the tea, I guess. But the tea, I'm gonna have with sugar. I'm not a tea drinker. Those of you who've been watching the channel know I'm not really a tea connoisseur, but I like to experience the full experience. So here we go. Not bad. It just tastes like tea. All right, this is the brand Balador. I don't know anything about it. It just tastes like basic tea with the sugar cookie. Oh yeah, really nice. This is perfect because, you know, while you're waiting, you have something to munch on, because I'm starving, so it's perfect. And this is super, super hot, so it's definitely doing its thing. Oof. I'm gonna make sure that pad is right under it. All right, so all that hot air kind of cooks it. Wow, goes nice. Real nice. Now look at that, we have coffee, but no creamer, so I will have it with some sugar. Wow, these are really nice. I wonder how they taste with the coffee. I'm gonna see about that. The nice thing about these is they have a good crunch. They don't just fall apart. You know, you have to actually get some tooth into it. So there's like substance to it. Wow, really nice start. Toasted nice on the back. Just a touch of sugar. Just a little bit of vanilla. Very modest in flavor. Really mellow. Definitely impressed with ARPOL overall as a brand. They're doing good things. All right, there goes my herbatka. Oh yeah, I forgot about this chocolate do pizza. Let me make this real quick. So I was looking at this. This already has the milk and the sugar, so that's awesome. As opposed to just drinking like, you know, dark chocolate. Not my favorite, so hopefully this is a lot better. Very industrial packaging, you know, just all chrome. It is what it is. Very straightforward. Has like maybe a little bit of fruity smell to it, which is nice. I'm not even sure. Totally forgot about the hot chocolate. Guys, I have something cool to show you. I brought my rifle, my Polish rifle that I love and I'm proud of. I'll show you in a second. But anyway, yeah, it's almost got like some kind of berry flavor to it or something, or at least the smell. Cacao. No, maybe just some kind of aromatic added to it. I'm not sure. All right, cheers. Kakałko. That's what they call it in Poland. Hot chocolate is kakałko. There's a funny meme on the internet about that, but this hot chocolate is not good at all. It tastes like a grown-up's hot chocolate. Like, it's not really sweet. The chocolate it's like dark chocolate, like I said. Nothing fantastic about this hot chocolate, but we will have it with the delicious biscuit. Yeah, very like Eastern European chocolate. The Brazilians make phenomenal hot chocolate, like super creamy and rich and decadent. This is like a soldier's hot chocolate, like straight up black chocolate with just a pinch of sugar, barely taste any sweetness to it. Not my favorite. All right, guys, the food is almost ready, but let me show you my rifle. So if you guys saw the previous episode where I ate my ARPOL breakfast, I had this bayonet. Boom. This is the way I have it set up. This is not the way the Polish military has it set up, but I'm not in the military, so I don't care. But take a look at this puppy. I mean, perfect height. See the cheek riser, perfect height for this. Oh, I absolutely love it. And a different handguard, you know, doesn't heat up because it's polymer. So yeah, this is my baby right here. Anyway, back to the scheduled programming. Let's start eating this food. Let me just take a sip of this coffee real quick. Maybe I should mix the coffee with the hot chocolate. Yeah, the coffee just tastes like freaking burnt coffee beans. Kind of like on the intense side, not my favorite. It is what it is. All right, let's see about this lasagna. I'm done waiting. We got a fresh plate. They said 12 minutes, but ain't nobody got time for that. All right, so here we have it. It smells wonderful. Looks nothing like lasagna. I guess a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Smells kind of like lasagna. But here we have it. Looks like all the ingredients are there for a lasagna, I guess. We have, you could see the little paprika. What looks like all the pasta or whatever, and the meat sauce. And all they gave us is a freaking spoon, so I guess they expect you to keep all the utensils from the breakfast, which I didn't do. So thankfully I got my American style utensils. I'm gonna just lay it all out so we see how everything looks. Obviously, as a soldier, you would eat it or as a Partisan, you would eat it straight out the tin, but we're at home. And let's go. I'm gonna put some salt and pepper. They gave it to us, so perhaps they expect us to use it. Bring the flavor out. A little bit of salt. Let's get all this pepper out. So this is their lunch. That's what it's looking at like. Not so bad, not so bad. Just smells like a tomato sauce, really. That's about it. All right, so first bite, guys. Going in. Polish lasagna. Okay, not bad. It's actually pretty good. There's even little pieces of onions in here, different peppers, not just red pepper, but also green peppers. So it has a little depth to it, okay? Tastes a lot better like than the typical American style, like canned or MRE type foods, but it's still not like top shelf. It's definitely not like phenomenal by any means, but out of a tin, not bad at all. So much so that I'd say this tastes better than food that you would get on an airplane, okay? Where you're actually paying a lot of money for a ticket and they bring you food. In my experience, this probably tastes better. Actually very tasty. I wish there was like something to munch on the side, like some carb, I guess. Which we do have this, but this is meant to be eaten alone because they're so hard. We're gonna have this for like a munch on dessert. So don't you worry, guys. We'll get to that as soon as I'm done with this. This is definitely good. From a 1 to a 10, I give it a solid 8, okay? I'm not blown away by it, but there's nothing wrong with it at all. It's just also very like mild. It doesn't jump out at me. Like nothing about it is like amazing. The nice aspect is you do get like a separation of the meat and the little pieces of, you know, the lasagna, the pasta or whatever. Like it's not just all one slop, you know, you get like the little different diverse flavors. And the tomato that they use in there is very subtle. Okay, so it's not like overwhelming, like really acidic tomato. No, not at all. Just really subtle. It looks like there must be some cheese because it is a little gooey and sticky. It looks like there's no ricotta, which I'm happy for because I hate ricotta. So this is actually very decent lasagna. Is this the best lunch I ever had out of MRE? No. But I would definitely eat it again. Solid 8, like I said. Real nice. All right, let's see about this orange beverage, isotonic. All right, electrolytes. Real nice. Tastes like an orangeade, basically. You know, nothing to brag about. It is sweet. It's pretty good. Freaking Polish oranżada. That's what this is. All right, not bad at all. And we still got these two candies. Okay, let's wipe it down with a little wet nap. Lowest quality, like super low quality wet nap because it's paper. And it stinks like lemon degreaser. All right, this is my fave. These are like famous. Look at these. Look very well baked. You could see the little caraway seeds like rye bread has. See the snap? Real intense snap. That's what it's looking like. Very dense. Wow. I love this flavor. So it's like basically to me, this tastes like a rye bread and a bagel. Because there's a sweetness to it. Okay, and that sweetness comes out, I guess maybe the sugars in there like get baked on the outside and you taste that sweetness. It's just a little hint of sweetness though, not much. Like a bit like a fresh bagel, very delicious. Let's come back to this hot chocolate. No way. Maybe this is the type of hot chocolate that's popular in Poland. Because I've had hot chocolate like this in Poland. Never a fan of it. And it's weird because it has like a berry flavor. So I think they enhance it and give it like a black cherry flavor. So there is more depth to it than regular chocolate, but just, it tastes like it was used with water. You know what I mean? It's like not rich and decadent. Like I said before, it's more of a soldier's chocolate milk. Or I'm sorry, hot chocolate. These I love. So these are meant for like reconnaissance or like hiking. Because this is something like you just munch on, like, because it takes a while to chew through. You just drop the gum. You know what I mean? It doesn't just go down real quick. So it's like, helps with satiety. Really nice. The world-renowned suhare. Love these. This is the second one. Really nice way to finish lunch. From a 1 to 10 overall, I give this lunch like a 7, okay? It's honestly, it deserves maybe a higher grading because the quality is there. It's very decent, but the breakfast was so much more decadent and delicious. All the meats were like so fresh tasting and just like, I was thinking about that food basically the entire day. This lunch, it's good, but it's just like basic, you know, nothing to write home about. Let's try this candy. Okay, this one is very yellow. Looks very European. What I mean by that is you see the imperfections. Here in America, if a candy came out the machine like this, they throw it back to make it look perfect, you know? That's just what I mean by it looks European. Because in Europe, you know, they don't care about stuff like that. Here, it's all about the aesthetics, you know? Obviously in Europe, it's like they're more health conscious. Here, money talks. It just is what it is. Very lemony with a little juice. The flavor is good, but the texture is terrible. It tastes super cheap. It almost tastes like I'm chewing plastic because the outer shell is not like rich and sweet. It's very mild, so it's like I'm chewing plastic, literally. From a 1 to a 10, just trash this candy. If they were to sell this in stores, the candy, nobody would buy it, in my opinion. And the gum, little chiclet, I've had it before. Xylitol, good for cleansing your palate after lunch. Very minty and fresh, very nice, good crunch. Wouldn't change anything about the gum. Real nice. Guys, if you stayed around this long, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, signing off.